Hey guys and girls, it's Blackjack with 396 Guitars. We are back with the Hardluck Explorer shaped object on the bench today. Yesterday we put pickups in, we restrung it, did a full cleanup. Today is going to be the setup on it, which is everything, because we had to reset the nut. We're waiting on a Graph Tech nut for it, an XL. That won't be available for another week or so, but we're going to go forward with all the setup so the guitar can go back to the owner. He's anxious to play it. I'm anxious to see him play it, so let's get to work. And I'm getting better with the camera lottery, it looks like. Everything's in there. Good. So, a little weirded out about that still. So, remember yesterday I told you we put in new pickups. We did new strings on it. I'm going to have to clean that little mess up there. Jeez, these pickups are dirty. They were greasy. I guess I didn't notice that. So let's get to checking. First, we're going to check the neck relief, which is pretty standard stuff. Capo at the first fret, grab the body joint. And at the 7th fret, really straight, really straight. So we're going to need to get in there and adjust that. And I knew that because I put it in a really straight condition when I got the guitar from him, but it was, when I initially checked it, it was really tight. So I believe this was a 964. Something I had never seen before, but I think that's what we had. Yeah. So it's too straight. We're going to have to loosen it and get some neck relief in there. And I checked it yesterday, and believe it or not, it has a two-way truss rod. So if we can't get enough relief loosening it, we can force it into where we need it, which I kind of think that's cool. I like that feature a lot. Whenever I run across it on a guitar, two-way truss rod, love it. Let's see, what did we get there? Yeah, she's got a long way to go. Long way to go. I have to loosen some strings here unless I can get a good grab on it like this. Nope. Nope. That string right there is going to be in the way. And you know how this goes. You go in small increments, so sometimes you have to loosen strings. And when we're loosening the neck, so we're not tightening it. We don't have to loosen all the strings. If we were trying to put straightness into it, then we would loosen the strings. So it just went slack there. I'm going to force it the other way now. Remember, we took 10s off of it, we put 9s on it. So that in and of itself is going to put less tension and therefore less relief into the neck. Get some action going here. There we go. Yeah, there's some relief in there now. I'm going to check that. We're going to check that with string tension on it. Come on, baby. New strings, they went a little flat yesterday. Good Ernie balls on there, they should be good. Yeah, they all went a flat, a whole step. Doesn't surprise me. Let's check our relief again. Now, if I have to keep adjusting it, I'm going to pause the camera because this could take a few minutes. Let's see where we're at. Much better, much better. I'm going to ride with that. I'm riding shotgun with that. I'm digging on that a lot. 12,000's getting some good readings there. So, two-way truss rod, very beneficial. Now we're going to move on to string height. That is going to be probably a little different because we had the strings all knocked out of it. And let's turn our saddle around, our bridge. The guys going. Not bad. It's a little tall. Sorry about my bald head. They're all about 5. So what I want to see is 4, just over 4/64 on the low E. And about 3/64 on the high E. They're all tall, so we got to bring our saddle down. While I'm thinking of it, let's see where we're at with. The A string is lower than all the rest. It's not so bad. About 20 thousandths, give or take. So that's getting changed out anyway. So we're not going to get a twist over the first nut action, first fret action. We do need to get after that. So I think we've got enough. Looks like got a pretty good break angle there. And we should be able to just lower that. I like these two pneumatics. I think this one's got to go down more. Yeah, we're right there bottoming out. On the high E. Let's see what that says. Just a skosh, a hair over 4. Right at 4. Sorry about my bald head. Yeah, I like that. It's just under 4. Just above 3/64. And we're right at 4 there. Nothing buzzing. Love it. And remember, we did the fret rocker on it yesterday, so I'm going to be surprised if we see any dead frets here. Nice. Beautiful. Love it. Let's tune her up. Double check our neck relief. I like where the adjustment there is. As we lowered the saddle, of course the tuning went on. I haven't even stretched these strings yet. We're going to do that next. Here's the G string. Get up there. I think the low E string was just catching something. I still have to check the intonation. A minute for that. I always like to put a little bit of lube right on the saddle. Helps that string go over there. Not a lot, doesn't take much. In fact, most of what I put on there is going to get wiped off. It's just enough so that you don't want to get grease all over us while we're playing, but just enough so that saddle, the string can ride over the saddle nicely. I like the break angle there. I like the break angle there. It seems to be staying in tune. I like that. How about our intonation? That would explain it. It was slightly low. Dead on. Beautiful. Dead on balls, accurate. It's an industry term. Look it up. So the E, A, and D are slightly flat, but not enough to get after it. And I'm going to tell you, you know, my favorite thing, these saddles are supposed to bevel towards the tailpiece. 3 of them do, and 3 of them don't. The 3 that don't are the ones that are just, I mean, 1/8 of a cent off flat. and it's negotiable. The ear will never pick that up. So I'm gonna fly with it, but I'm gonna recommend to my guy that we get in there and turn those saddles around. It's a pet peeve of mine, and there is absolutely no reason for it. And if somebody does know the reason, you let me know. But I can tell you, it's not to make sure intonation is set, because the intonation is set on this guitar close enough. And the ones that are a little flat are the ones that are backwards. So you roll with that. So I knew these were going to be really low because I didn't even adjust them at all when I put them in until we do the setup. So that's where we're going now. They are really low. You need to come up to me. Up, 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 up. Better. This is going to be some power on this guitar now compared to those other pickups. These Seymour Duncans are going to wake this guitar right up. Like that. Still a little low. Like that. I like that. So we know those are really low as well. Get them up there. I know this seems tedious, and many of you have seen it many times, but some people haven't, so that's why I do this. Still a little low. Basically, we're just doing a basic setup today because all the real work was done yesterday. We're still going to put a Graphtec nut in there, but that's on its way, so that'll be a repair for a later date. And we will make a tutorial on that because that's some fun stuff. When they come, they're pre-marked, but they're not pre-slotted, and you have to cut them down to get the first nut action to where it should be. And I will show you how to do that. It's tricky, but there's a couple of ways to do it. I've done dozens and dozens and dozens of them. That one still wants to come up. Yeah. Come on, you. Don't be that guy or that girl who goes, oh, I want my guitar to be more powerful, and bring your pickups all the way up to where they're almost touching the string. That's not how this works. Magnetic field, there's a sweet spot. You have to get it just so. If you get it too close, it's going to take away from the power of the guitar. If you get it too far away, it's going to delete the power of the guitar. You got to get it right in that sweet spot. And basically, you are at 1/8 and 3/32, high and low. You're going to do them all, but when you do the outside, you're bringing everything up and down. All you're doing is checking out here because those things are level. And trust me when I tell you, it makes a difference. So let's just stretch them because we didn't. And again, you don't have to get crazy stretching strings. They're going to stretch on their own. Help them a little bit at first. You saw how much I did, and that's all it takes. And then this guitar is going to sit overnight, and I'm going to check everything again tomorrow. That's just how I do. I can fix it all up while you wait and send you on your way, but you're going to need to be adjusting stuff as time goes by. Meaning string tuning, because they're going to go flat. They're going to stretch. Love it. Go in here. Don't know how much this is going to pick up on the microphone, but Let's give it a try. So when you have it in the middle position, dial in your, there's kind of, they have kind of a bleed off a little bit there on the tone. Volume 2 tones, volume 2 tones. Beautiful sound, a little guitar. I like these things. I may actually buy one for myself. I'm just going to check tuning one more time because we can. See, from stretching the strings, they stayed. Overnight, they might want to do something different. I don't know. We did the pickup height. We checked the intonation, which, believe it or not, is good. And when I got this was flipped around the other way. I didn't even have to adjust it. But it's the intonation is within an eighth of a cent. The ear is never going to pick that up. We got a good break angle from the tailpiece. We set our pickup height. We set our neck relief and our string height. First nut action is acceptable, but we know we're changing the nut anyway, and we're going to do another video on that when I get this guitar back. That's it for today, kids. Thanks for hanging in there. Listen, if you like and dig what I do, subscribe. We're in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Go to my website, 396guitars.com. Check out our work. Get on my YouTube channel, which you're looking at now, hopefully, and click the like button as many times as you can. We'll talk soon.